You're waiting for a message, then your pocket buzzes. It is not vague. It feels like the short, mechanical pulse you know perfectly. Your hand dives into the pocket. Nothing. The phone is lying across the room. For a second, the empty pocket makes you doubt your own skin. If the phone never moved, what exactly did you feel? Researchers call this a phantom phone vibration, the perception that a device vibrated when it did not. And in the groups that have been studied, it is not rare. In one survey of medical staff, 68% of respondents said they had experienced phantom vibrations. 13% of those affected felt them daily, yet only 2% found them very bothersome. So this is usually not a horror story. It is a small, revealing mistake. The first reversal is simple. A sensation can feel real even when its assumed source is wrong. Perception is not a camera pointed at your pocket. Your brain has to classify incomplete signals arriving from skin, muscles, clothing, and the world around you. A shift of fabric, a tiny muscle twitch, or vibration through a chair could supply weak tactile evidence. Those are plausible examples, not a proven explanation for every episode. The brain still has to decide what the evidence means. One useful way to understand that decision comes from signal detection. Imagine a smoke alarm. Make it very insensitive and it ignores burnt toast, but it may also miss a real fire. Make it extremely sensitive and it catches the fire, but screams at breakfast. Better detection produces more false alarms. Your notification detector faces a similar trade-off. Missing an awaited call or message can matter. Repeated buzzes teach you exactly where they appear and demand an immediate check. Under that model, the brain may lower the amount of evidence needed to choose phone. More real alerts get caught. Some ordinary noise gets stamped buzz. That is an appealing story. Now it has to survive the evidence. In the medical staff survey, phantom vibrations were associated with carrying a device for more hours, using vibrate mode more often, and carrying it in particular places. Moving the device or leaving vibrate mode reportedly helped many people who tried. Those observations fit a detector tuned by repeated signals. But they do not prove that tuning caused the sensation. The study was a survey, not a controlled treatment experiment. A second study followed 74 medical interns through a demanding year. Before internship, 78% reported phantom vibrations. At 3 months, that rose to nearly 96%. 2 weeks after the internship ended, it fell to 50%. It is tempting to say stress made them imagine their phones, but the study found no significant correlation between phantom signals and its anxiety or depression scores. The timeline changed. The easy explanation did not hold. Later work added more pieces without producing one final cause. In a community sample, smartphone dependence predicted phantom phone signals more strongly than the other measured variables. Beliefs about how much expectation shapes perception also predicted both phantom signals and other unusual sensory experiences. But an expectancy task did not neatly prove that top-down expectation manufactures every phantom buzz. Studies have linked the experience with phone use, attention, dependence, perceptual beliefs, and specific contexts. Most are observational. A systematic review concluded that causal factors and treatment evidence were still limited. That is the deeper reversal. The false alarm model is useful because it explains how a sincere perception can be wrong about its source. It organizes the clues. It is not a proven single mechanism hiding in everyone's pocket. And a phantom vibration by itself does not diagnose addiction, anxiety, psychosis, or any other disorder. In studied groups, it has often been common and barely bothersome. If an experience is frequent, distressing, or comes with other concerning symptoms, that is a different question for a qualified clinician, not a label supplied by one silent phone. For an ordinary phantom buzz, the practical experiment is modest. Change the signal context, move the phone to another pocket, leave vibrate mode off for a while, and when the next buzz arrives, pause before checking. Was fabric pulling across the skin? Did a muscle jump? Did the chair shake? Were you waiting for one particular person to reply? You may not catch the trigger. Science cannot promise there is one universal trigger to catch. But the empty pocket no longer means your senses are broken. It shows perception doing what it always does, making a fast judgment from incomplete evidence. The phone did not buzz. Your brain may simply have decided that phone was the most likely name for what you felt. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel a great deal. See you next time.